my gosh, man. For the past few months, Vancouver Canucks hockey has been in shambles. Everybody freaking out over the drama, the conflict, the two top forwards on the team beefing, the head coach not getting everything under control, and people complaining about the way that he does his business. The captain potentially leaving because this season, this team, everything has gone wrong. Everybody's freaking out about the longest tenured player on the team leaving, not getting traded at the trade deadline, and then he's going to walk for nothing. The goalie, the main goalie, getting perpetually hurt. There have been so many bad stories with the Vancouver Canucks hockey team. And the past few months, we've been alluding to some of the external powers that be, forces that are not on the ice specifically, but who are in control of this hockey team, potentially pulling the strings and potentially, inadvertently, screwing over this team. Not even to mention the Tom Willander stuff on how they're not willing to give him the bonuses that he wants. Today we're talking about the guy up top, Francesco Aquilini. Because every time we get this guy's name into the conversation, there always seems to be a main idea that fans all over repeatedly state in the comments section. Francesco, buddy, Mr. Aquilini, sell the damn team. Because it's been quite an apparent thought over the past few years even, that Francesco Aquilini, the guy up top, the guy who owns the team, is he meddling? Who knows? Is he the one who is telling the team and the management, hey, make the playoffs as soon as you can. Get that playoff revenue going up there, baby. They had playoff revenue last year. Oh, it was so beautiful. It was so sweet. They got to go out there and do it again this year. So don't trade away Brock Besser. Don't trade away Pius Suter. Don't go out there and give Tom Willander the money that he wants. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't open a practice facility. Don't do whatever it takes. You know, interestingly enough, the practice facility thing, it was talked about by Jannik Hansen, I think. It was last week. And he said that a practice facility is not necessary to the success of a hockey team because the Vancouver Canucks have all the resources they need to be able to do their business. Although, if a coach just straight up just really wants to practice in a practice facility like Rick Tocchet, then he's going to be frustrated with the lack thereof. And Francesco Aquilini still has not done that yet, even though the Canucks are the only NHL team to not have one. The Calgary Flames don't have one either, but they're building it. Anyways, scoop out of Nick Kypreos on the Toronto Star earlier this morning has gotten Vancouver blitzed up. Take a look at this excerpt from Nick Kypreos' latest piece. One question starting to circulate out of Vancouver is whether or not the Aquilini family is contemplating selling part or the majority of the Canucks. There's speculation that Luigi Aquilini, the founder of Aquilini Investment Group, and his two sons Paolo and Roberto, who have no active roles in the hockey club, may have grown a tad tired of the constant drama surrounding the team. The Canucks are run by Luigi's eldest son, Francesco, who's the chairman and governor. Market value for the hockey club and Rogers Arena is speculated to be between $2 to $3 billion. So, yeah. Canucks have, 1 million followers on Instagram? Something like that. If every Canucks follower that they had pitched in like $2,000 or $3,000, then we'd have enough money to buy out the Canucks. Okay, no, we shouldn't do that. Yeah, you're not getting thousands and thousands of dollars from individual Canucks fan followers. Although, I don't doubt that some folks probably spend that amount of money per year on going to the games, so yeah, I don't know. Can you go to $2,000 worth of Canucks games in a year? Is that even feasible? I don't know. Anyways, I'm really intrigued as to how Nick Kypreos frames this out. Oh yeah, Francesco Aquilini runs the Canucks. Runs implies that there is a certain amount of commitment and activity that he has in order to facilitate this hockey team. And while that might be true on a fundamental level, oh yeah, day-to-day operations, paying guys, managing things, yada yada yada, you've got work to do. It's so interesting to me. And there is, of course, an underlying notion that I question as to whether or not Francesco's running of the team involves advising and, in a way, demanding the management underneath him to do what it is that he wants them to do. Hey guys, don't trade Brock. Hey guys, don't pay Willander this money. Hey, don't pay Rick Tocchet this money. Hey, do this, do that. We saw in the last video yesterday, Rick Tocchet wanted Elias Pettersson gone a year ago. Aquilini stepped in and said, nah, keep the guy. Sign him. Don't listen to Tocchet. Don't trade Pettersson. Sign him. And now we're stuck in the timeline that we're at. Let's go out there and read some extra commentary about this situation on social media. Taj went out there and said, this next part isn't from Kipper, but the rumors of Aquilini potentially wanting to sell the team, they've been out there for years. Rumored issues with any potential sale in the past is they don't want to sell the arena or the land. They just want to sell the team. No one is buying the majority of the team without the arena. Now, let's go out there and read some other commentary. Chester Mang went out there and said, hey, this is potentially huge. It seems like the Aquilini's reputation might have hit an all-time low this week. Woodley, Saravalli, they all had nasty things to say yesterday. And there's probably more incoming. One more tweet to be talked about here. This is what Rob Fay, former TSN at Night show host and current, I believe he does the Nation Extreme Wrestling show. Is that correct? Yeah, I think that's what it is. But he tweeted this out. I said just before the demise of TSN 1040 that the rest of the Aquilini family is probably thinking just sell this thing. Sports is a really tough go when things aren't going your way, and few things draw more attention. It wouldn't surprise me if these rumblings have merit. Organization under Aquilini has done a lot for the community that cannot be discredited, but if at the end of the day all your name is associated with is a dysfunctional hockey team, eventually you have to consider your options. And that is true as well. Rob even goes out there in the replies and talks about how Aquilini supported a lot of the Canucks initiatives into the community, and that was really great. You know, obviously, Aquilini doesn't take a step back when it comes to allowing the Canucks to proceed with their charity events and their autism events, the Canucks for Kids Fund. Obviously, there's so many good things that Canucks do. But even though that's the case, the hockey team is still a mess. And that's the most important part of this all. And fans are getting fed up with the way this team has been organized and the way they've been ran that at this point, I feel like the sell the team narrative, the folks that are clamoring about, this has been as strong as it's ever been. Like, remember when Jim Benning got fired? The night before he got fired, the Canucks were playing off against the Pittsburgh Penguins and they were losing pretty badly. And in the third period, fans in the Rogers Arena were chanting, "Fire Benning!" And they're clap, 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 fire Benning. And then the next day, Benning got canned. I'm not saying that the fans were directly responsible for that. It was probably an internal decision that Aquilini was thinking about for a while. But the fans getting their voices heard in the building, that was the final straw. And I'm thinking here that for Canucks fans that are watching this team and that are disappointed with this team, to hear now that there are rumblings as to whether or not the Aquilinis might sell the team off, that is where things get really interesting. Now, just to end this video, I wanted to go out there and look at a tweet from Satyr Shah, who does stuff for Sportsnet 650. He's on Sportsnet Pacific and everything else. Sat had a tweet earlier that does go out there and discredit a lot of this. He's been told by Canucks sources the team is not for sale. But of course, this is just one thought. And I don't want to get into an entire East Coast versus West Coast reporting war or anything like that. But Nick Kypreos in Toronto, he's hearing rumblings that the Canucks might be in a spot where they could be sold soon. Other folks going out there and lambasting the ownership and the way this team has been run on different parts of the media sphere. Maybe internally in Vancouver, a decision hasn't been made to officially sell the team at any point. But who knows what their thought process is? Who knows if these rumblings as to whether or not the team is thinking about selling the team are true? The team might not be for sale right now, but that doesn't mean that Francesco or Luigi Aquilini, they can't be at 99.999% thinking to themselves, yeah, I gotta sell this thing. Maybe they haven't put it up on Facebook Marketplace yet, but maybe they're thinking about it. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this Aquilini news published by Nick Kypreos. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.